Hey everyone, welcome back to Ragtag Stacking. In today's video, I want to talk a little bit more about the Type 2 American Silver Eagles. I apologize I haven't put out a video the last couple of days. My internet connectivity has been really shoddy, so I usually try to get back to as many comments as possible on previous videos, but that's been lacking a bit just because, even into Fridays, so even the past 3 days, my internet's been kind of shoddy, so hopefully that's been all fixed and taken care of. And getting into today's video, obviously the American Silver Eagles, the Type 2 at least, is going to have a smaller mintage just because they weren't going to be made the entire year. You know what I mean? It was just we knew that they were going to be coming out mid 2021 is what they said back last year. And we've been seeing videos of a bunch of different channels receiving their American Silver Eagles, the Type 2s, in July. And so it has half the year to be minted. But there's another factor and another thing that might make these even more of a lower mintage American Silver Eagle, and that gets touched on in this article that I want to talk about. And they also talk a little bit about the anti-counterfeiting measures. They talk a little bit more about that in this article here too. So what I want to do now is just jump onto the computer and quickly go over this article from CoinWorld. Okay, so this is the article here. It's on CoinWorld, and it says just one facility striking new American Silver Eagle bullion coins. And it says production of the 2021 American Eagle reverse of 2021 silver bullion coins so far is being conducted solely at the West Point Mint. So yes, they're calling the Type 2s reverse of 2021 and the Type 1s the reverse of 1986 in this article for whatever reason. I don't know why they wouldn't just say Type 1 and Type 2, but it says here that is a sharp contrast to the production of the 2021 American Eagles, the Type 1s, which was executed at the West Point, Philadelphia, and San Francisco mints. So I don't really understand. Back in April and May, they had this whole shutdown, and they were saying because it was with the turnover, they're getting ready for the Type 2s. And I don't understand why they'd have to shut everything down if they're only going to be doing it at one mint, or at least one mint to start. It says so far. So maybe San Francisco and the other one will be coming along. So if they weren't initially scheduled, or they weren't planning on making these brand new Type 2s at the San Francisco and Philadelphia mints, I don't understand why they had to shut down along with the West Point. Why wouldn't they just continue making the Type 1 American Eagles? And it says here the West Point Mint continues to be making all of the American Eagle versions because they have the bullion proof and uncirculated versions, and they're still making those proof ones with the W mint marks on some of the Type 1s. Those are still currently being made, and the Type 2s with the new reverse, those are being made there as well. Yes, the West Point Mint is very busy now with them being the sole producers of the Type 2 American Silver Eagles, and they still have the regular duties of making those West Point proof and uncirculated mint mark coins for both the Type 1 and Type 2. And it says down here they're going into the counterfeiting, another kind of sticking point with some stackers. It says, in addition to the design changes, the new coins have added anti-counterfeiting security devices on the American Eagle 1 ounce gold and silver coins. It says a notch appears on the edge of the 6 o'clock position, interrupting the reading as an anti-counterfeiting device. And I love this one here. It says, so as to not tip off counterfeiters, U.S. Mint officials are not disclosing what functionality the edge notching provides or what other anti-counterfeiting enhancements have been introduced on the reverse of the 2021 release. Like the Maple Leafs and the Britannias, they didn't, widely promote their security features with the radial lines and the micro etchings, and then the Britannia with those wavy lines, and then adding the little micro lettering around the border and having that padlock thing there. I don't understand why the U.S. Mint is worried about promoting their anti-security things, their anti-counterfeiting things. If they're so worried that just the mention of what it is going to be easy for the counterfeiters to replicate, then this security and anti-counterfeiting thing sounds like it's garbage. So I don't understand why they're taking this position, or of not trying to tip off the anti-counterfeiters, whereas the Royal Mint and the Royal Canadian Mint are, one, proud of the security features they have on the coin. They like having an extremely secure coin, and they're fine with listing all of the securities, or at least most of them. Maybe they have kept some of them under wraps, but the ones that they have shown to the public and told the public this design change and all these changes here are for security reasons, you know what I mean? They don't seem to be paying a price from these coins being heavily counterfeited. You know, the counterfeiters know what the technology is, but clearly they don't have the ways and means to do it in a productive way, or a way that makes sense for them. And then the rest is just talking about, you know, what a monster box is and how many coins you can get out of it. It's not really something that, you know, is interesting, and basically everyone that is watching this video knows it. If you do want to read on the rest of the article here, I will leave a link. Like I said, it is Coin World, and I try to leave a link to most of the articles that I talk about in my videos. So again, if you'd like to read through the whole thing, just look for the link in the description. So yes, that was the article. I hope you enjoyed it. I thought maybe it would be an interesting read for you guys, and something to go over. And of course, the U.S. Mint just seems to, they can't seem to stay out of their way. They always seem to make just baffling decisions that I don't really understand. And that counterfeiting, just trying to keep it under wraps to outsmart the counterfeiters, that whole thing just made me laugh. And you know what I mean? It just makes me think about how if the Royal Canadian Mint and the Royal Mint were like that about their coins, where they, you know, they're keeping a hush-hush about the technology and everything like that, where it's obviously it's completely different, where it's a huge selling point with the whole list of the security features on those new coins. So I don't understand the apprehension of the U.S. Mint not really promoting those security features, because it's a selling point on most coins, unless the technology that they are touting here isn't up to snuff with the Royal Canadian Mint and the Royal Mint. So yeah, I really don't understand why the other two mints that weren't going to be producing the Type 2 American Silver Eagles right away, you know, alongside with the West Point Mint, I don't understand why they couldn't just keep producing the Type 1s. You know, that doesn't make sense to me either. But anyways, let me know what you think about the article. I know there's been a lot of talking about the American Silver Eagles lately, and it's because, you know, the proofed ones are coming out soon. I think those sold out in 20 minutes. You know what I mean? They're a very popular coin, and that's why there's a lot of topics that center around them. And I apologize if it gets old to some people just hearing about the American Silver Eagles. But like I said, this one popped up, this article, and I thought it was an interesting read. So that's why I made a video on it. But anyways, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you come back for the next one. Thank you.